I'm gonna start with the big question. Do I recommend Dehancer for color grading? And the answer is yes, absolutely. Hands down, you should go and get it. If you want to know why I recommend it, you should stay and watch this video. Dehancer is a film emulation software that makes it very simple for you as a user to achieve the film look, or dare I even say it,
cinematic looking footage.
Now the people at Dehancer actually reached out to me and asked if I would review their software, which is just kind of crazy. That doesn't happen to me, so it was cool. I didn't know too much about it, but I knew that Rob Ellis uses it. If you don't know who that is, you should really check him out. Rob Ellis, cinematographer. He makes arguably the best looking content on YouTube right now, so definitely worth a watch. But I thought if Rob uses it, I better check it out. But they explicitly asked for an honest review, so as requested, an honest review coming up. And if you, by the end of this video, want to get Dehancer and try it out, you can use my promo code TPS and you'll get 10% off your purchase, which is not bad. First off, what really surprised me about Dehancer was how easy it is to use, yet how powerful it actually is. I've been using this with Premiere. I know it's a little bit different than the DaVinci Resolve version. I'll get back to that a little bit later in this review. But in Premiere, the plugin is very user-friendly. Like, you make an adjustment layer, you add the effect to that layer, and you're off. There are no curves, there are no eyedrop tools. You basically just enable some boxes and move some sliders, really. So they've really made something that anybody can use and anybody can get good looking footage. Yet, after using it a little bit, I have some questions. Like, what is Dehancer trying to be? Or a better question might be, what do you as a user want it to be? Or what do you need it to be? And is it really possible for any tool to be everything you want? So in the beginning, when I first got Dehancer, I was thinking very binary, like it's either or. It's either Dehancer or it's Lumetri color. And I think a lot of people see it that way, and I totally get why people would want an either or solution, because it's normal to want a one-size-fits-all solution. And to be honest, Dehancer isn't that. And I don't think they're trying to be. Dehancer is doing a lot of things, and one thing is really clear. All the different tools in Dehancer, like the film print, the compression, the film grain, the halation, all of them, they seem to be made within the framework of, for lack of a better word, the film look, or analog film. And it feels like when you color grade with Dehancer, you're sort of always within that framework. Like you're never breaching the integrity of the analog film look, sort of. And I really appreciate that. It feels really good to use. And on the other hand, Lumetri color is also not just doing one thing. It's not just one tool. It's a lot of tools. And some of those tools are very intuitive, very good. I use them a lot. But I would say most of them I don't really use at all. But if I'm being totally honest, if you were to give me the choice of using only one color grading tool, Lumetri or Dehancer, I think I probably would choose Lumetri color over Dehancer. How can I say that when I recommend Dehancer? Well, that's not a real choice, and I'm actually quite pragmatic about these things, so I can use both. Because if I need to selectively adjust some colors, for example skin tones, which in my opinion you should always control for or be mindful of when you're color grading, then I can do that with Lumetri color and HSL secondary. I don't need Dehancer to do that, but I still want the film print, the analog range limiter, the compression, the film grain, film damage, you name it, I want all of it. And that's the great thing about Dehancer. It does what it does, and it does it great. And unlike Lumetri color, where most of the tools go unused, in my case, it's the opposite with Dehancer. Like, I find myself enabling the boxes and playing around with it and using most of the tools. And for me, who's in love with film emulation, like it feels like a wet dream. I don't want it to end. I don't ever want to part with it. The thing I love about film is that it's very tangible, it has texture, it's imperfect, but I don't have the option to shoot on film, so whatever I can do to transform my footage into that, I welcome, and Dehancer has made it really easy for me. At the moment, I think I only have one gripe with it, and it's very specific. It has to do with the version you're using. Because I noticed that in the DaVinci Resolve version, after you choose what type of film grain you want, they get this slider that can adjust the amount or the intensity of that type of film grain. And for the life of me, I don't really understand why that isn't included in the Premiere version, because I can't find it. I know I can customize the grain. I don't understand why I can't have this simple slider as well, because sometimes I don't want all the customizable options. I want something easy, which Dehancer is. It's very easy. So make it even more easy? I don't know if that's their thing. Anyway, that's not a deal breaker for me. The big question is, should you get Dehancer? Of course it depends. Do you like the film look? If you do, absolutely, get it. It makes your life easier. Another big question is, can you get away with only using Dehancer? If you shoot a lot of nature footage or city footage, things that don't include a lot of people or skin tones, then yeah, you could definitely get away with only using Dehancer. And I actually found that when shooting in a very controlled setting such as this, Dehancer handles skin tones very well actually. It's a great tool, seriously. And again, if you want 10% off your purchase, use my code TPS.
Do it. Do it. Do it.